Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Monday, the 12th of May, and the moon is in Scorpio. And a little bit later today, just before 1 p.m. here on the East Coast of the U.S., we're going to have a full moon in Scorpio. This is the Buddha's birthday moon, and it's a powerful magical moon with the sun in Taurus and the moon in Scorpio. Taurus and Scorpio are fixed signs. Fixed signs are always deal with deep emotion, and oftentimes, because of its fixed nature, there can be an energy of stubbornness, fixity, oppositions. Full moons are oppositions between the sun and the moon. There's generally a lot of tension in an opposition, but there's also an opportunity to become aware of something. And the axis of Scorpio and Taurus is the axis of our values. It's also the axis of life and death, of our values, Taurus, and our shared resources, Scorpio. Now that's tension enough for any opposition, for any full moon. This is always a powerful full moon. But also we have the added bonus, guys, of the fact that Uranus is in close proximity to the sun. And so we have this tension-filled opposition with the added bonus of the planet of sudden shifts and changes. Now, this full moon does affect the charts of some pretty significant folk, including the president and the vice president. This full moon is square the Mars in the president's chart and Venus in the vice president's chart. The vice president has Venus in Scorpio, and so this is right on his Venus, his values, and we know that his values are a little, we'll say, askew and confused, perhaps, and variable. You know, for somebody who has a Scorpio Venus, he changes his value systems like other people change their underwear. It's unbelievable. And then, of course, we know my way or the highway, Mars in Leo. And I also want to point out that the demon star Algol, which is the head of Medusa, which is the star associated with losing your head, or somebody at the head of thing losing power, is conjunct the sun and Uranus. So it's opposing the moon of the vice president and squaring the Mars of the president. And also, I think that's it. And I believe Mars is on Mars right now. Is it on? Mars is right on the Trump's Pluto. Mars is at about 11 degrees and his Pluto's at 10 of Leo. So a lot of real intense, unpredictable, emotional energy. So what's going to happen? Well, because Uranus is involved, you don't know. You just don't know. But we're going to find out, and it's probably going to be shocking, which is honestly at this point, is anything shocking, and transformational. So that's something to keep an eye at. Ion, I guess, Ion, whatever. And so that's them. But how about us? How about us? Well, we're more important, right? All right. So for us, this is an awareness around our values. This is, and of course, we're dealing with finances here, Taurus. We're dealing with shared resources, Scorpio. We're dealing with things like Social Security, insurance. And so I know that there's a lot of places in the country, including places like, I believe, Arkansas with Huckabee Sanders there, and Michigan with Gretchen Whitmer, where these governors are trying to get aid from the government because of, floods and tornadoes and things of such nature. And the only thing that the president really talks about is how FEMA doesn't work. But of course, FEMA does work. He just doesn't want FEMA because he doesn't want to give, he wants to leave it to the states. Well, some states can probably handle it, but certainly not Arkansas. So a lot of the people that voted for him and supported him are going to be hurt profoundly, and are already hurt profoundly. And I guess everybody has to learn their lesson in their own time. So for us, what's a value? We're going to have an awareness around that. Where do you want to put your resources? Where can you share resources? Where can you aid people who need help? And where can you get aid for help that you may need? It's an exciting time to be alive, guys. An exciting time to be alive. So I don't think any new flowers have popped up. We had a cold evening, but I'll take a check over here because sometimes they pop up and they surprise me. But I do have to say it smells fantastic around here. I mean, every place in the yard where you go, it's a different beautiful scent. All right, so be careful out there, guys. Whenever Uranus is around, it can be a little bit dicey. Expect the unexpected. We will have revelations. This is definitely a revelatory full moon. And we will see what happens. We will wait and see, as I'm not sure we have any other option but to just wait and see how the universe is going to work this one out. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. If you haven't checked out Moonshines on Ona's channel, we talk about this full moon. It's a good video. Mystic Sisters live was Saturday. That was on my channel. You could check that out as well. And I did put out the Astrology and Kabbalah of the Pope. It's a little long, but I think it's a really good video. Second try, because my first one was technically difficult. Anyway, and one other thing. If you want to join my Introduction to the Kabbalah class, there are still seats. I'm going to send out emails today to those of you who have purchased with direction and links. Okay, guys, take care. Much love. I'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste.